And here we are coming to you live once again from the very, very top secret broadcasting bunker high above the sanctuary of Bethel Church. This is Pastor Mike, and I'm online, and I am alive today. And hopefully I stay that way, live and healthy, for quite a long time. Today will probably go down in history as the day that America turned into a socialist nation. Today is the birth of Obamacare. And if you saw the speech last night, President Obama jumps out there. He looks he's ticked off. He's mad because what he describes as one party in one house in one section of government, the extreme right, is blocking, or is trying to block his Obamacare bill, trying to marginalize and fraction off or fractionalize, if that's even a word, people that he refers to as the far right, people who, let's see, what does it take to be on the far right? People who believe in limited government, people who believe and hold to the idea that America is not a democracy. It is a constitutional representative republic. That's what it takes to be on the far right. So limited government, a constitutional representative republic, the fact that the Constitution should be the rule of law and not bureaucracy, not the whims of whoever is in charge. People who don't want to pay higher taxes for any reason whatsoever. People who don't want government-subsidized abortions. People who don't want those who are in this country illegally, without law, without the jurisdiction and the benefit of law. People who don't want people who are in this country illegally to receive government benefits of any kind, including a driver's license. Government benefits, including but not limited to free health care for life, paid for by the legal, taxed, working citizens of the United States of America. Apparently that's what he's got in mind as far as who's on the far right concerned. I watched his speech last night. Of course, you didn't get a choice. And you could just see the guy is angry. He's ticked off that people are opposing him. Well, get used to it, Mr. President. Everybody in every walk of life needs resistance. Everybody does. I do. I need resistance. I don't ever need or want a situation in life where my wife just does everything I demand her to do without question. I don't want a situation where my church just rolls over for old Pastor Mike. You know, he's the pastor. Whatever he says goes. I don't want that. Now, there's a way to do it right and a way to do it wrong, but I don't ever want a situation where anybody in this church just rolls over for me, just Pastor Mike, whatever he wants to do, it's good to get resistance, especially on things you believe in. We told our girls when they reached a certain age, they were still living in our house. And I think, if I remember right, all of our girls lived in our house until they got married. And then we always told them, look, you're at an age now, you have a driver's license, you're a legal adult, you have a vehicle, you have a job. You're at the age where our ability to tell you what to do with yourself is waning. And it's going away. You're becoming your own person. But as long as you live in this house, our responsibility to you is, if you're going to make decisions and make your own, we're going to make them very difficult for you to make. In other words, we're not just going to roll over. Well, that's what she wants. You know, she can do whatever she wants. She's an adult. Oh, no, no, no. We're going to inject our opinion into it. We're going to tell you where it's going. We're going to tell you where it's headed. We're going to tell you what falls down the road. And if you don't want to hear that, that's just too bad. You're still breathing our air-conditioned air in our house. And that's the way we did it. Same way with Matthew, who's 17 now. And well, I tell you what, he's all grown up big man up here. And we just tell him, look, son, as long as you live here, we're going to help you make decisions about life. You may not like it, but you know what? That's just how it is, roll with the punches. But Obama was just ticked last night that people are having a problem with what he's wanting to do. And he bragged about how the bill is now law. It was voted on by Congress. Yeah, it was that bill was bribed its way through, and everybody got a little piece of something out of it in order to vote on it and ask the question, who even read the bill before they voted on it? Biggest sham, one of the biggest shams in American history. And he is upset. Today is your day. I feel like Ben the Hen here. Today is your day. This is your day. I promised you this Thursday, or I talked about it, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to write in, to send any questions you have, any comments you have, good or bad, doesn't matter. Now, if you're some of the trollers out there, and all you're going to do is accuse me of being a racist and an idiot, well, then probably today's not your day. It probably isn't. But anyway, if you got any questions or comments, the email address is on the bottom of the screen, pastormikeonline@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you. I do want to do something. Let me do a couple things very quickly here. Let me get rid of the lower graphics so you can see the whole thing here. Let me pull up my calendar here so I remember. Monday, October the 21st, Tuesday, October the 22nd, I will be in Bible Baptist. You know what? I got another graphic. Let me get rid of this one here. I will be at Bible Baptist Church. You see the address there on the bottom, 105 Wygant Road, Horseheads, New York, 14845. Telephone number 607-330-1206. You can call the pastor there, Pastor Alex, and get any more details. I do have the times for when I am going to be speaking there. It'll be Monday night, October the 21st at 7 p.m. Tuesday morning, there is going to be a pastor's meeting. I would say that probably all is welcome during that meeting. That will start at 9 o'clock, and I think there's some other speakers going to be speaking as well. And then Tuesday night, 7 p.m., again, that's Bible Baptist Church, 105 Wygant Road, Horseheads, New York, 14845, area code 607-330-1206. And if you are in that area and you would like to attend, I would love for you to come and just maybe meet some of you for the first time. It would be a blessing to me. I know it would be a blessing to Pastor Alex. And so anyway, make your way out there. I'm going to try to remember to post this on my blog. I'm going to tweet it, Facebook it, whatever. And I hope that you will be able to attend. This is sort of just more or less a Bible. I told Pastor we would just call it a King James Bible Conference. This pastor is King James all the way, and I appreciate that and appreciate the stand that he is taking for the Word of God. And I would like for you to just help support that meeting and help support what it is he's doing out there. I've never met him. We don't go way back. We did, however, go to different schools together. And so anyway, I'm looking forward to the opportunity of meeting him and his folks there, and just being a blessing, just opening up, and let's just open our Bibles and let's just see where God takes us. I got a couple things to deal with as far as churches are concerned. Somebody sent me this, and they said, Pastor, now let me kind of set this up here. A few years ago, I became aware There's several ministries looking into this. Lighthouse Trails Research, they put out some good research on the emerging church. I don't agree with them on everything they say. I don't think they take a very strong stand on the King James. But anyway, they have come out with some good information. And a few years ago, I was made aware that there is a move afoot in the churches. Not only do you have the Bill Hybels / Rick Warren new paradigms. That's 20 cents if you don't know what that is. The new paradigm of seeker-sensitive, user-friendly church. These people are not lost sinners, hell-bound. They are seekers, seeking for something. I almost fell into that back in the 90s. That's what I was going to do. I was going to take this church and emerge it. I didn't know what emerging was back then. But I was reading books on, one of them was called Church for the Unchurched. That was the title of the book, and it was talking about how all these leaders like Hybels and Rick Warren, I'd never heard of these guys before, were taking over. Man, they were showing everybody how to do it. And they give you this idea that here's what Rick Warren did. He goes to Orange County, California. Now, I don't know if you've ever been there or know anything about it. Orange County, California, probably outside of maybe New York City, is probably one of the wealthiest counties in the entire nation. There is a lot of money in this county. So Rick Warren feels God calling him to this area. So he goes around, he knocks doors with a little clipboard, and he's asking people, if I were to start a church in this area, what would it take to get you into my church? In other words, what would you want me to do to get you in the doors of my church? So that's what he did. He went around asking lost people or faraway church people, asking them, what kind of music do you like? What kind of music you want me to play? Not even bother to consult the Scriptures, consult the Bible, ask the Holy Ghost. Ask the lost man. The lost man's going to tell you how to have church, how to preach, what to preach about. And so this was the paradigm that he did. And so he built this church from 20, 30 people, you know the story, 50 people or whatever. Now it's the mega church. Now everybody's doing it. And then he writes the book, The Purpose-Driven Church, and everybody's following this new paradigm shift that if we're going to keep up with the fast-paced 21st century, we have to build our churches this way. And I was going to fall for it. I was going to dumb down my sermons. I was listening to Amway motivational tapes. I was going to try all these programs to get people to come in the building. And so they'd know that, you know what I was trying to do? I was trying to dress the church up like a harlot so people would notice us. That's what I was trying to do. That's what churches are doing. They're dressing themselves up like harlots so people notice, watch this now, the church instead of her husband. And they're lusting after and wanting the church rather than the husband of the church. And I was going to do that. So much so that I was going to have a rock and roll